The MiG-21 SPS-K is a rank 6 premium for Germany, purchasable from the Gaijin store for $60. Should you buy this premium fighter? Stay tuned till the end to find out. The SPS-K is simply an East German designation for the export version of the MiG-21 PFM. This is different from the domestic variant available in the Soviet tree. Developers have stated that the SPS-K will represent an amalgamation of different export PFM models, including a later variant used by Bulgaria capable of carrying the R60. If you want to learn more about the domestic PFM, check out my review of the Soviet PFM, but otherwise, let's move on. The main selling point of this premium must be its ability to carry R60 missiles. So let's start off by talking about the different loadouts you can choose from. The two underwing hardpoint pylons can carry either 4 early missiles in double mounts, or 2 R60 heat seekers. Personally, I recommend the R60. Their amazing maneuverability makes destroying enemies without flares a trivial task. Here you can see the enemy PFM pulling a hard turn at a short range, however the R60 still has no problems hitting the target due to its maneuverability. In order to maximise the effectiveness of your limited missile load, I suggest that you learn which common enemies have flares and prioritise targeting those without. When used properly, the R60 delivers a very consistent performance. The centerline mount can carry either the twin-barrel GSH-23 autocannon or an ECM pod that can carry 64 flares. The GSH-23 is an awful gun. There's no mincing words about it. It's most well known for its low muzzle velocity, inconsistent damage, and extremely limited firing time. Unfortunately, the gun pod is the only gun found on the plane, and with recent buff to flares, not having a gun is simply not a viable option. So, I really want to recommend the ECM pod as it helps against missiles. It's just a shame the trade-off is so harsh. This jet is equipped with a rather primitive radar set, however, it's not completely useless.
Due to the R60 featuring both a large uncaged seeker and radar saving, obtaining a radar lock will allow you to lead the target further before firing.
This is by no means necessary, but it can improve the missile performance at short range. The Soviet PFM is known for its blatantly overpowered flight performance at 9.3. The SPS-K shares virtually the same flight model, however this time at a battle rating of 10.0. At this increased battle rating, supersonics are commonplace, however this is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, the MiG-21 is no longer faster than most of its competition. On the other hand, you can turn circles around them. In fact, planes such as the F-100, MiG-19 and Lightning F-6 are all highly vulnerable to your R-60 missiles. Despite their good turning performance, you should constantly remember to keep your energy up. I gave the following advice when reviewing the Soviet PFM at 9.3. With the SPS-K facing tougher opponents at 10.0, following this advice is more important than ever. The plane bleeds a large amount of energy in sharp turns. When combined with a slightly below average acceleration and a lack of flares, flying slowly is just asking to get sent back to the hangar. With a current battle rating of 10.0, the plane benefits from a rather favourable matchmaker. Most of the matches are 9.3 to 10.3 games, while in the occasional 11.0 game you are protected by quantitative matchmaking, limiting the maximum top tier jets to just 4 per team. However, before spending $60 on a premium, you should understand that the matchmaker and meta changes rather frequently at high tier. I think this plane is well worth a purchase. Overall, the plane is relatively easy to play, however its effectiveness does suffer in up tiers due to the flare changes. The MiG-21 SPS-K earns a rating of 7 missiles out of 10. For those looking for alternatives, the G91R4 is a good option for those who only play ground battles, while those with the tech tree MiG-21 MF can consider purchasing the Talisman.